Obviously, it's hurts to end the season in this fashion. There was a 7-8 minute stretch there where we got discombobulated defensively. Obviously, we had a hard time making perimeter shots for most of the game, but we were still battling and finding ways. But then we had 3 or 4 possessions consecutively where we didn't get good looks or turned it over, and they were able to capitalize, and then they get separation. It's hard to play from behind against a good team. So we knew that coming in. We had to making shots was going to be a big component and a big part of what we do in order to have success against the zone and to try to loosen them up a little bit. I thought we had some good looks, but not able to make them go down, and then obviously defensively some breakdowns that are uncharacteristic of us all year. Extremely proud of our group of seniors and what they have done for the program, how they've got us back to this position. And I know the younger guys will learn from that and continue to carry it forward.
Okay, we'll take questions. Just name and affiliation for your first question.
Ethan, Ryan Leong with Associated Press Broadcast. What would you say was the difference there in that second half? You guys were tied in the first half, and then what happened after that?
We got a little out of character on the defensive end. I think Coach mentioned it briefly about how our defense has kind of held us together all season long, and then for that stretch there, it kind of went away from us, and we can't be trading buckets. And then there was a couple times we came down and we didn't score, and they were hitting threes, and that's kind of how that lead grew.
Go on the left, fourth row.
Josh Schubaugh, Associated Press. Ethan, what were they doing defensively against you to make things difficult?
They, for the most part, they were, they switched it up. Sometimes they were coming with the double team right away, or sometimes they were waiting until I was on the interior. But either way, they were, there was extra bodies around me all the time, and so they were trying to force me to kick it out and have other guys make plays.
Second row in the middle.
Meech, Cameron from Daily Cardinal. What did you think of the quality of the looks that you guys got today?
Honestly, I think that we got pretty good looks. I thought Ethan did a really good job of getting out when the double team came, and I think we reversed the ball really, really well. It was just a matter of making shots, and more times than not, we obviously missed them.
Front row on the right, Warren.
Ethan, for you, how frustrating is it for you in the middle in the paint when they come from nowhere virtually and block shots? Or a high-flying team? How frustrating is that for you guys in the paint?
It can be frustrating, but there's definitely ways that we can counter that. And sometimes I had lapses where I didn't do those things, extra pivots, pump fakes, whatever it may be, or just recognize that there's going to be an extra body and then find another open teammate.
Second row again.
Cameron Lane-Flahinger, Daily Cardinal again. The Oregon guys were just up here a little bit before, and they said that they thought they'd gotten your head with a couple of the blocks and their athleticism, how high they were getting. Do you feel like that happened at all in the second half?
No.
Anything else for the players? We're good? Okay. Thanks, guys. We'll open up to Coach now. Hands for questions. Front row on the left.
Ryan Leong from Associated Press Broadcast. I know it goes without saying it's going to be tough to lose, but what will you take away from this season when you unfortunately are at this point?
Well, as I told the team, I said you get to this point in time, and if you have a bad 10 minutes, a bad 8 minutes, we had a bad 7. And it doesn't tarnish. It stings for a while, but it doesn't tarnish what this group accomplished to get to this point, to have a really good regular season, to get us into the tournament. And obviously we knew we were going to have to play well. And we were playing a team that was hot. We were playing a team that was really, obviously playing exceptionally well. And in order to advance in this, you have to make shots. I mean, you can live on your defense for so long, but then as Ethan mentioned, we had a few defensive lapses and some breakdowns, and they were able to capitalize on that, and we were never able to get back and climb back uphill. And this group has, had somewhat of that identity all year. Scoring has not been the easiest thing for us. But this group has done a great job. I mean, those 3 seniors have been through a lot. They've been through a transition. They've understood, what it takes to get back to this, and they've committed themselves to it. And I think have left a very good legacy in terms of the younger guys behind them, what it takes to play at a high level and to be very competitive and put yourself in position to get back here again down the road. So I thought they battled through a lot this year, and unfortunately, like I said, you have a bad stretch and only one team goes on. It's not you don't get to play a series. So this group did a good job of the older guys did a good job of showing the way for the younger guys and reestablishing how we need to do things at Wisconsin.
We'll go on the right, second row.
Josh Peter with USA Today. I know Ethan said that the blocks did not get into his head, but curious on what you thought about Oregon's athleticism and just its impact on the game.
Yeah, I thought they plugged gaps. It's one thing to watch on tape and get a feel, but I thought they squeezed the floor even when there wasn't a block shot, so to speak. They had bodies around. There was a presence around. And in order to counter that, you have to be able to make some perimeter shots to loosen them up and to get them second-guessing, whether they come as quickly, come as hard, come as far. And that's what we weren't able to do. And that's what this group has kind of been the Achilles heel here the last month. We haven't shot it well from the perimeter. So, they did a good job. I don't know if the blocks were the end-all, be-all in the game, but I thought their presence and how they were able to squeeze the paint and we weren't able to counter and make them pay for that was a big difference.
Second row again.
Cameron Lane-Flehinger, Daily Cardinal. It looked like Ethan took it pretty hard at the end of the game, and he's a guy who puts a lot of pressure on himself normally. Have you said, or was there anything you said to him in particular about this game or his career ending?
Well, I think anybody that's committed this much to their career over 5 years would take it hard. I mean, that's natural. He's invested an awful lot into his personal game, into our program. He's been extremely committed to improving and helping those younger guys grow through last year and this year. So I would expect nothing less than him take it hard, as all our seniors are taking it. And I think, the things I passed on to him and the other 2 guys, Khalil and Charlie, was thank you. I mean, that's the biggest thing, is thank you for all you've done. It hurts right now. It doesn't feel good right now, but you'll look back as time goes on and realize that you did a lot of really good things and had a great experience, and the program's in a better position because of your impact on it. And I said that's the biggest thing, is just thank them for what they've done, because they've all committed an awful lot over the last 4 or 5 years.